Ever ask yourself, how do you know if you're really fluent in Spanish? If you never make a mistake again, never have to think about grammar and know all the words, our humble Spring Spanish opinion, you're asking la pregunta equivocada. In today's video, we're going to show you a different way to think about fluency in Spanish. This way will help you to speak Spanish fluently faster, all through a simple concept and method called topic-based fluency. Let's take a look at what topic-based fluency means and how you can achieve it. Okay, so let's say you're learning Spanish because estás viajando a México frecuentemente. And in that case, after learning some basic grammar and vocabulary, probablemente usarás el español en conversaciones en el aeropuerto, en el hotel, en el restaurante, or in similar situations. Hola, quiero hacer el check-in, por favor. Ay, claro que sí. ¿Me permite su pasaporte, por favor? Claro, aquí tiene. Gracias. ¿Le gustaría ventana o pasillo? Prefiero ventana, por favor. So, you might feel very confident, even fluently talking Spanish in this situation, impressing the girl at the counter who might even say, ¡Wow! Su español es increíble. ¿Cómo lograste ser tan fluido? But what if the girl asks you a question about a topic that you have never talked about in Spanish before? Muy bien, aquí tiene su pasaporte. ¿Conoce usted las nuevas medidas sanitarias del país que va a visitar? Suddenly you don't feel so fluent anymore, right? So, are you fluent or not? Here is where topic-based fluency comes into play. You don't get fluent in the Spanish language, or any language for that matter, as a whole. Una vez que conozcas los fundamentos del vocabulario y la gramática, you get fluent hablando de ciertos temas en español. One by one, depending on which topics you focus on most. If you think about it, the same happens in your mother tongue. In your mother tongue, you can speak effortlessly on a really wide range of topics, but there are probably certain specific topics like medicina, aviación, that you probably can't say a single useful thing about that. Let's see the following example. Oye, ¿viste el juego de anoche de los Lakers? Sí, claro. Me parece que los jugadores necesitaban un poco de más de apoyo del entrenador. Tal vez el árbitro no estaba marcando bien. No entiendo ninguna palabra de la que estás diciendo. Why? Well, because you don't know the specific terminology and you don't know which expressions and phrases people use. Here's another way to think about this. Would you say this to a 5-year-old child? O sea, ¿cómo? ¿No sabes lo que significa neurociencia? Oh my, your Spanish is so bad. That's unfair. You wouldn't do that. So, is a 5-year-old whose mother tongue is Spanish fluent in Spanish or not? They are just not that fluent in a certain topic yet. And you, as a Spanish student, don't have to be fluent on all topics either. Así que no te desanimes, recuerda que así tú aprendiste tu lengua materna y así deberás aprender el español, little by little. Now, here's the good news. You can learn to speak Spanish fluently on a certain number of topics pretty quickly. Once you have some basic vocabulary and grammar knowledge, it's just a matter of escuchar a los hablantes nativos de español hablar de los temas que tú quieres hablar también. and identifying the chunks they use on these topics and learn to say the same things. Let's go back to our example from the airport. Hola, quiero hacer el check-in, por favor. Ay, claro que sí. ¿Me permite su pasaporte, por favor? Claro, aquí tiene. Gracias. ¿Le gustaría ventana o pasillo? Prefiero ventana, por favor. Now you have heard me say, quiero hacer el check-in. ¿Me permite su pasaporte? Prefiero ventana. Don't you think you can use that yourself in conversation now as well? If you listen to some more travel dialogues, like in our videos, and actually speak Spanish on your own travels, soon you will feel pretty confident about your skills in these situations. And people might say that you're fluent. Lo mejor es que esto funciona para cualquier tema. Let's say you're learning Spanish for work. Then you just listen to Spanish conversations about, let's say, planning a meeting. Like this one. Hola, buenas tardes. Soy María Fernanda. ¿Le llamo para concertar una reunión? Ah, ok. A ver, perfecto. Mi jefe puede atenderla la próxima semana. ¿Qué día y hora le viene mejor? Tal vez el martes a las 10 de la mañana. A las 10 de la mañana es imposible. Pero tiene un espacio a las 12 del día. De acuerdo, me parece bien. Learn the chunks you will need in that work situation, and you will feel much more fluent in that situation already. That's why we have videos of myriads of topics. That's also why you should subscribe to our YouTube channel right now. Recapitulemos. Here's how we recommend you approach getting fluent in Spanish. Paso 1. Learn some basic vocabulary and some basic grammar and chunks that you will need in cualquier conversación. That's what our videos are for, and you can also check out our structured 12-week Spring Spanish Academy courses. The link is in the description. Paso 2. Make a topic-based fluency list. I mean, a list of topics or situations in which you want to speak fluently. Te enfocas en un tema a la vez y hablas fluido en ese tema en específico. Once you are satisfied, you move on to the next topic on the list. Check out our Spring Spanish videos on these topics and help you write down your list. It can be as easy as that. So my question for you, what's your topic-based fluency list? In which situations do you see yourself speak Spanish? If you let me know in the comments, I can film another lesson on that specific topic just for you. Now, to put into practice what you've learned in this video right away, why don't you go and watch the video where I teach you some specific vocabulary on traveling by taxi. I will see you there right now. It is a perfect first start for your topic-based fluency list.